Okay, I'm excited. We're going to start the build for the bridge. What bridge? Well, this is what it's going to have. It's going to have some wood, and it's going to have 10 of these barrels in there. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm down by the pond, and that's where the bridge is for. So we're going to build a bridge from the edge of the pond to our little island. It's going to be right here somewhere, and it's going to go across over to there. Then I got a weed whack. But that's okay. We're looking forward to getting the island cleaned up and taken care of. So this bridge is going to have 6 sections. Each section is 3 meters long. I also don't know how stable it's going to be. I may have to build a section in the middle to help keep it from rolling. So here on the drawing you'll see the outline, and this here little guy, that's a barrel, just so you know. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces at 1 meter, and then once I put the barrel in and push this up against it, this piece of wood up against it, then I'll figure out what this length is. I don't know for sure, but estimated to be about 1.8 meters, somewhere in there. But okay, let's do it. Start the cutting first. One down, 3 more to go. I think what I'll do, I'll start a screw first, or 2, maybe 3. This way I'm not trying to hold them and screw them in at the same time myself. There we go. I'll do the other side, and that'll make it easier. So a little tough doing it on my own. Mom's busy, so may have to get a piece of wood to put on the rocks and then kneel down and out. But anyways, I got one end, so I'm going to do the other end, and then take the barrel, put the barrel in, see if my calculations were right. Okay, let's get the barrel, put it in, and see where it's going to fit. Well, it fits. Pencil. That's actually straight. It's actually pretty straight too. So I'm gonna mark it in case it moves. Now let's go to the center. Ah. And then, hi, how are you? Kisses, Maya. Thank you. Okay. But that's the basic structure. It's pretty wide, so I'm hoping in the water it won't be tippy, but we'll have to see. So mistake number one, and even though it's going to be a pain, I'm just going to do what I need to do because I need to do it right. So my drawing says this board right here needs to be 1 meter, and that's fine because I'm just trying to use up as much of the wood as possible. It's 300 meters, 300 centimeters long, so I can get 3 meters out of each piece of wood. However, the width now, this plus 1 meter plus this is 105 centimeters. Now I'm going to be putting wood slats on top. So with this being 105 centimeters wide, it's going to cause me to have a lot of wasted wood with the slats that I'm going to cut on the top. This wood here is 300 to 303 centimeters long. So if I make the platform actually 1 meter in width, then I can get 3 pieces of wood out of each pieces of this. Otherwise, there's going to be a small piece, like, well, it's not small, 90 centimeters long. It's going to be wasted. I won't be able to use it. So I'm going to reduce the size of that platform so that it equals 1 meter all the way across, and I can use this wood all up. And you can see the barrels in there. And from the barrel over to the edge of the wood is 7 centimeters. So that'll give me a centimeter on each side. So it's best to stop what I'm doing, unscrew this all, which is, yeah, it's a pain. Cut 5 centimeters off of each one of those boards and then screw them back in. So I put in the centerpiece. I didn't film that, just more screwing, more cutting. But this will be the basic structure. I am worried about one thing when we put the wooden slats across, whether or not they're going to need any support in there, but I think because the barrel is there, the pressure will be down on the barrel. But again, it's a wait and see. Okay, it's the next day, so I'm set up so I can cut the small slats for the top of the deck. Got the crosscut saw set up. I've measured out 1 meter marks, and then we'll come over here and we'll start screwing some in. This is a little bit wider than it should be, so the boards are not going to be exact, but that's okay. It'll be on the end of the dock or at the beginning of the dock. Nobody's going to notice, so, except people that watched my video. Alright, so let's cut this wood and let's do some test fits. This will be the first one. And split. Well, I don't know. I worry about this, if it's going to split all the way through. That one looks like it split all the way through. This one didn't. This one did. But that one was way too far out on the edge. So this side I moved them in further, but there's still a slight crack there. This one's fine, slight crack. If I have to pre-drill, then I can probably put the pieces a little bit further out. But I don't know, we'll have to see. I think the next board I'm going to pre-drill and just see how that goes. We'll do a test. measuring tape. Let's see what we got. It's not bad. So I only pulled it in like a ½ centimeter. I just want it to be the same as these cross boards. So this one's the trial one. The next one should be much better fit as far as these boards going across. There's a little bit of a lip here because the width is just not quite right. It needs to be 1 meter exactly across, and then it'll be fine. And then I think instead of this, I have a pipe clamp. Haven't used it yet. Problem is they're 2 meters long. I need to cut them, but I could probably use it temporarily. Be a lot easier than that strap. So everything's a trial basis here today. All right, I'm going to cut some more of those boards, and once I'm done with that, I think I'll cut 2 more boards. That'll be 6 more slats, and then we'll pre-drill, and then we'll start screwing them in. One done, 5 more to go. If I could do 1 a day, I don't think I can do 1 a day. That'll be good, but we'll see how it goes. This is what it looks like. So it is squishy here, but this is where the barrel is going to be at, right here. So I'm not too worried about it, and it's not terribly squishy. Center's really strong, and then squishy down here. So I learned a few things. I have to adjust my plans a little bit so that the actual total width, not the inside width of the cuts on here, total width is 1 meter. That way these boards will get used and fit properly. Now the question is, how heavy is it? All right, well, I think I'll lift that off camera. That way, if I hurt myself, I don't have it documented. Well, we're going to try to make a push today to finish up the decking going to the pond. It's been tough to do. The weather's not been great. There's been some regular life events going on that just kept us busy from getting there. 2 of them have been stained. Well, I should say 2 and 1.5 boards have been stained. So the meninos, the boys came, they stained them up, got them looking really nice. I had to put 2 more boards on there. These will dry out today and they can stain them. Underneath there, I have 2 of these completed and 2 more that have to be finished. And what do I mean by finished? Well, the top of those, the top of these, there's 30 boards. So I have to cut 60 more boards, and once I get them cut, then I can start attaching them. So what I need to do is get this plastic off. Let's get some of the wood, other wood that's on there that's for other projects off, because the wood that I need, the pallets for the tops are on top of there, and we covered them because we knew it was going to rain. There was a storm coming through for a few days, and I wanted them dry. It's just nice, and it's easier to cut and drill when they're dry. So let's get to it. Okay, so here's the wood. All of this has to be cut. So next I got to set up my cutting area in here. And that means I'll be working on the floor because I don't have the space to basically, you know, have it at a higher level. It's not a big deal. I just put a pad down, put some blocks to run the boards across, and it's pretty simple. Cut one board to length, use it as a template for the rest. Boom, boom, boom. Just cut, cut. So let's get set up. The width of our deck is 1 meter. So this time, which I made a mistake already once, I measured it out to 99 centimeters because I wasn't watching where the mark was. And I cut 30 boards 1 centimeter too short. Looks good. Okay, 60 boards are cut. So, got them all cut. Now I have to come out here, move this down onto the ground so it's level and I can work on it. Remove the boards that are on top. Got some extras, which is good. And then start screwing them in. But I do have to pre-drill. So I pre-drill 2 holes on the end of each board. It's worth it because it doesn't crack the board, and it then the drills, the screws go into the wood a lot easier. So tried a few without drilling the holes, and it didn't go well. So I just drill the holes. Not a big deal. Last board. Guess it's 240 holes. I can't do math. So I've got 4 more to go. So there's the pile. All of them are pre-drilled. I made myself a little template so I could mark the center so that when I go to screw the screws in, I know I'm going to hit the wood properly. And just makes consistency with all the holes that I had to drill. So now I have to do 240 screws. Okay, they're all put together. So, got 2 there. Got 2 here. And then those 2 there just need to be stained. These need to be stained. So my initial plan is this. I have these hinges that I'm going to put between them, screw them in, and this will allow them to flex up and down. It's time to take the docks down to the pond and see if they're going to float. And if they float, we're going to start connecting them together. So I'm going to try to use my trailer to help get them down there. They're pretty heavy. I have 4 people that I can carry them, but we have 6 of them we have to carry down. So if the trailer works, then we're going to do that, and we'll just take our time and see if they get down there. So you guys will see if it's going to work or not, and if it doesn't, then we're going to just have to manhandle them. guys like my hat? Actually, it's pretty good for keeping sun off my neck. But anyways, we got them all down. So we got 4 there, got 2 here. And all I know from planning is it's going to start somewhere in here and it's going to go to the closest point over there. So maybe from this spot here to that corner, because anywhere further there, they're not going to be long enough. And I'm not making another one or half. So let me show you what I did to the barrels. I took them out, I put silicone around the threads, screwed it in, and then I put silicone around the top here. So probably overkill. Probably never get them out. I don't plan on taking them out, but I definitely don't want water leaking in, because if water gets inside, the barrels will start to get heavy, and then I'll have to take it partially apart to replace the barrel. So now I need to take these 9 down to there.
Cuidado! Lá ficou uma canela.
Levantar em pé assim, ó.
Essa doeu até em mim.
So,
Eu posso segurar um pouquinho? Pode?
Eu achei que fosse deixar ele em pezinho, colocar os
Ele
tambores.
vai arrastando. Olha o ano
Como é
da
que vai
outra.
colocar o outro? A gente levanta aqui.
looks pretty
Não.
good.
Não, porque esse aqui não vai ficar.
Tá.
Ponte do rio que cai.
So hopefully when we put more together, it'll
Yeah.
stop this. More barrel.
Abaixo.
So we can run this out.
Mais pra lá, Fabiano. Aí.
Solta.
Vai. Ah, mais pra trás.
Aí vai se encaixar.
Água. Bebido.
Mostro do rio que cai.
Vai, Carlos. Pega lá e faz a direção aí. Eu vou ficar aqui pra te estabilizar.
Pretty hard.
Aqui é tudo pedra embaixo.
So the only thing is once I got the tools, everybody will have to get off so
Okay.
it floats up. So
Eu saio pra subir.
Sai pra subir, exato. Eu, como sou a mais leve, é a que vou.
Eu tenho que alguém lá. Não, não.
Eu que sou a mais levinha, eu vou ali.
okay. Can you turn the camera this way a little bit?
Sim, senhor.
Vai ficar bonito.
Whoop. Whoop.
Tomara que afunde.
Huh?
Tomara que afunde.
Okay. That should be the deepest, right? It's still pretty muddy down there.
2 dobradiças são suficientes. dormir.
Vamos ver como é que vai funcionar depois.
Come out and see if it's less tippy. Go out there a little bit.
Ó,
Okay. You're really trying to test it, huh?
Não, almost
So
didn't.
out there it's tippy, but in here, does it feel tippy? When you're up in the middle?
pum.
Okay, so it's the next day, and I'm going to see if we can fix the stability on the deck. So it's a little wobbly. So here it is. You can see we cut the grass over there, but right here I feel pretty good. But the minute I get to here, it starts to twist. So what I'm going to do is I'm walking right in the middle, keep it from twisting, is I'm going to take that spare piece. I'm not sure why I've got an extra one, but whatever, it worked out. I'm going to cut it right in the middle. I'm going to attach it right here. And the barrel will be out there, and the barrel will be out there. The hinges that or the brackets that I use here are going to be fixed brackets so that there's no give. So not like these, which allow it to, you know, squish down a little bit in between, which I think are working pretty good, but it just needs a little more stability. So I started to measure out. I took off one board just so I could see and where I was actually cutting. I am cutting at 151 centimeters, not dead center, because I don't want to have to trim this board. Let me show you the brackets. So on the bottom, where's my line? I'm going to, on the bottom, I'll have a bracket like this, and that'll attach to the bottom over there. And then on the top, I got this bracket, so no flexibility in here. And it'll basically go something like that and across to the other side. See here, just going to attach this bracket with a bunch of screws. There we go. Let's go. Now, I didn't go out here yet. This is pretty stable too. Yeah. I think this is a win. Well, I'm happy. This project is, for the most part, is done, with the exception of we're going to put in some stakes, big poles in the bottom underneath here. We're going to have them stick up under the ground maybe 15 centimeters or so. So if the wind blows, it kind of keeps it in this spot. And same thing on that end. All right, this was a lot of work. I think my biggest project so far here on the property, just because of the time and the number of screws. I think there's over 200 screws in each one of those sections, if not more. I know the top has 120 in it, but the rest is, you know, probably another 60 screws or so in there. Times 6, and then all the wood that I cut, and then the boys stained it. So now they got to go out there and they got to decorate the island. That's not my job because I don't decorate. I'm terrible. I just put a pot in the middle with one flower and I'd call it done. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.